home, I want to see and do everything and feel the energy and feel the love, because I certainly get it when I'm home.
What's some of the first? Oh, I'm sorry.
Jump in.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. What are some of the first things you do when you're able to visit?
I eat. You know, I have Harold's Chicken, White Castles, Lim's Barbecue, Goose Island, Lawrence's, Italian Fiesta, Lou Malnati, Garrett's Popcorn. I am in the grocery store. I'm cooking. I'm gaining 2 or 3 pounds.
I don't see where the food is going.
I'm sitting on it.
You have, okay, got understood. Another sister right here get you. So I know what you're talking about. But in all seriousness, you know, watching you all of these years, you have not changed. You look exactly the same. What is your routine? What is your regimen?
Let me tell you this. I saw some pictures of me. You know how they always come about, you know, saying the 80s girls or the 90s girls or whatever are still, you know, sexy. And I saw a picture of me and I said, I don't ever want to be that small again. I had some jeans that made me go, was I a 2? You know what I mean? So I'm glad that I have filled out and I've marinated and I've matured into the fine woman that I am now.
You look really good.
Aged like fine wine.
Yes, you have. Okay, so we got to talk about the family business, and I'll be honest. So when I first started watching the family business, I was like, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing Lisaraye outside of the color white.
Really?
Consistently, because you know, on screen you're wearing all different shades of colors. What's your fascination with white? It looks so good on you. You can wear it.
I am definitely not a virgin, but I might be an angel.
Okay.
You know, I say that all the time, but ting.
I can see it. I can see it.
White found me, really. You know, it was nothing that I said I want to set myself aside. I want to be, you know, trendsetter. It was nothing like that. I wanted to make it easy for me. I want to know what I'm wearing, and that's it. And now I've made it harder for myself because white comes in so many different shades. You have off-white, you have winter white, you have white, you have cream white, you know. And I know where everything is in my closet because I need to see everything, because my accessories is what pops.
Yes, yes.
You know, the ensemble or the outfit. But it's been 23 years that I've been wearing white.
Wow.
It looks good on you.
And even when I think to myself, okay, you're going to buy this expensive dress because you're going to wear this. It may be leopard, it may be polka dots, prints, or whatever. I'm going to wear this.
Never happened.
And I never get to it. Never. So white it is.
It looks good on you. And I love the accessories.
And I never thought, having all the same color, hey, there's not really
nothing you can
choice.
do with that after that,
you know?
It's your purses, your shoes, your belts, your jewelry and everything that pops. So I'm normally accessorized. You know?
So then is it uncomfortable being in another color? You know, when you do have to be
especially on
screen.
screen.
I will say black. Black for me is hard. Black is like totally opposite from white, and I can feel it. But when I did Single Ladies, you know, that show was really about fashion, you know, and so they would put orange and green together and yellow and purple, and for me they would go, you like this? And I would go, you like it, I love it, you know, kind of thing. But for me, it's the white.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you did wear all those different colors. I loved you on that too. So let's talk about family business. You're Donna Duncan on Family Business. You guys have this car dealership, but there's a whole lot of other drama going on. What will we see in season 6?
It's a lot of dynamic. Let me say this. Season 5, you found out that I was my son's mother instead of his aunt. So now this season is about me really like reeling him into my side, because obviously I feel like I've been done wrong. I've been, pushed to the side, and me and Chippy's been fighting, and nobody likes my character, you know. And it's so funny because I was coming out of a club in Miami, and this girl says, Donna. And I'm thinking, no, my name is not Donna. I'm thinking she's trying to say Diamond, you know. And she says, Donna, I hate you on that show. And I said, oh, no, you don't. I said, what do you mean? And I turned to my friend. I said, am I the villain of the show? She said, you think?
Yeah.
I did not know, because we film so separately till I just do my scenes with my son and whomever else. But I was like, I know I'm always fighting, cussing, fussing, do something, but I'm the villain? I don't think I like that. You know, but I think that because people now come up to me and they see a difference between myself and the character. So I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I always want to ask actors, actresses. How do you actually put yourself in that mentality to be totally different from your true self, and also having all these different kind of dramatic storylines that you're having to play out?
Yeah, you know what? It's if you stay true to the character, some of yourself seeps into that character. You know, if you're not giving that character a walk or a different accent or whatever, you know. Even Donna's tough spirit, you know, when I have to lose the fight, I'm having a problem as Lisaraye. Because I'm going, well, wait a minute, why she always get to curse me out? And she always gets to say that she's going to whoop me. Why I can't? Do you think I'm just going to be standing here? And they're like, Donna would. And I'm like, Donna needs to get some balls, you know?
Yeah, yeah. When I watch you as Donna, I feel like there's a lot of Chicago traits in that character. Do you feel that way?
I think that because Chicago, we're right there in the middle, so we don't take no stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that I play those kind of characters, and I play them well, because in real life, I don't take no stuff.
Yeah, you didn't on the Queen's Court. I
did.
watched that, and it came down to David and Booker, and I was like, I'm happy she told
Look
David.
at you being a fan of the show.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I watched.
I didn't-
I was so happy you could kick David to the... He was trying to be too cool. He bothered me.
He always had a little, you know,
Yeah.
reverb or a little, you know, little antic tactic or something.
Yeah.
It was like, cut all of that out, you know, let me see you, you know, kind of thing. It was fun to do the show, though.
So I have to ask this as a follow-up. How is the love life now?
Where's that? Where is it? You know what? I lost my mom 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so for me, I had to deal with that. I didn't want to be heavy coming into any kind of relationship. And so now I don't feel that on my shoulders anymore. I feel lighter. I feel more focused. I feel good about the me space that I've created and my boundaries. And so now I could be ready, more ready than I have been in the last years.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your mom, because when I saw that unfold in the media, you know, obviously we don't know you personally, but it felt sudden. You know, as a person that's kind of watched your life and watched you, you know, on TV, it felt like a sudden situation. How is it being a grandmother? Because you don't fit the bill of nobody's grandma, okay?
That is the best job to date. Seriously, I can't hardly leave the house without, you know, taking her with me or saying, well, I'll be right back. At 2:30, all my meetings need to be over. What are you saying to me? I can no longer hear you. I got to go. I got to make lunch or dinner. And I love it.
Did you know it would be like that? I mean, you're already a mom, but I think they say sometimes it's different when you become a grandmother. To Bella, is it Bella?
It's
First
Bella
name is
Ray.
Bella Ray, yeah.
And you were right. I thought I loved my daughter. Girl, she can kick rocks. I'm telling you, that baby got me. She got me like this, but in a great way, because I feel like I have a second chance with her. And I am such a great example of what a woman should be in the household, where she sees me get up and I go to work. She sees me get up and I work out. She sees me drinking water because I'm flushing my system. She sees the beauty on the outside, but she's understanding what beauty on the inside is supposed to resonate. She is learning from someone that's in front of her, that millions of other people get to have me in a different way than what she has. And I'm giving all of that, all of it to her.
Yeah, that just makes me think of something that I've heard people say, you know, when you're a mom, there's no rule book. You know, you may not get everything right when you're a mom, but sometimes you get to redo some of the things that maybe you're like, I didn't do that right as a mom, but you get to do it over with being a grandmother. What else are you working on? So you got family business.
I do. I have family business. I also did a project with the same production company called Deb is Boss, and it's Waka Flocka's mother. She has a story of being a bad mama jamma as a manager years ago, and still is now, and I play her mother on there, and it's some deep, dark scenes that I had to go under, and it's very different than any other character that I've had to play. So much so, who's playing my husband is Clifton Powell, and we did this scene, and we just went off book because it just felt grimy, and I was just hurt, and I was just in the midst of it, and it was the best take, and I was so full of the character till after they called cut. It took me a minute to come out of it, and that made me say, that's the kind of character that you want to play.
Yeah, when I think
I'm
about
looking
Deb,
forward to that.
I think she was on a reality show that I watched with her son Waka Flocka, and you're right, very tough.
Yeah.
You know, a very tough woman, but you have to be.
You have to be, because in this business they would chew you up and spit you out, which I'm sure any other business as well. You know what I mean? You got to hold your own, and she definitely has been doing that for years. So she's a strong character, and she had to have gotten it from her mama. So I played the mom. So
Is that how you've lasted so long in this industry? Because we do hear that the industry, you know, will chew you up and spit you out. Is that how you feel like you've lasted so long? Kind of, you know, standing your ground, being assertive?
I haven't always stood my ground because when you first get in the business, you try to speak soft and walk hard so you can look like you know what you're doing. So no one will push you to the side. So you try to conform to what they want you to be. And then you're in it for a couple of years and you're like, yeah, I want to be me. And it's like, oh, being me is too much. So you're finding the boundaries of that, you know. And then when you've been in it for 20 something years, you're like, look, let me tell you, instead of you telling me, you know. So I've been here for a minute. So, you know, the professionalism, being on time and looking the part it has a lot to do with how people refer to you. And I am respected because I'm going to respect everyone that I work with.
You know, excuse me for, you know, if you've already gone down this path, but having such a long, successful career, knowing the ins and outs of the business, it seems like, have you been able to do any like production, any directing, and do you hope to do that in the future?
I looked at directing, and I've directed a couple of things. I sold some stuff to TV One called Skin. I did something for BET as well. Directing is a lot more harder than just showing up on the set saying your lines, but it's totally different. You know, I have to be on set before the actor does. I'm doing scouting and location scouting, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is more work than I really want to do. You know what I mean? I thought that learning my lines was a lot, being on set for 12 hours a day in heels and sucking in, pushing up and sucking out, you know, kind of thing. But really, it's both. It's show business, and so many times we forget about the business side of show. I like it all, though. I like the lights, camera, action, and I like to tell people what to do and how to do it, too, you know what I mean? So all of that means that I'll be producing soon.
Okay.
All of this time you've been in this industry that you've ever encountered that you can talk about on TV?
Probably all and anything. I've gotten gifts that made me go, oh my God, you can't possibly give this to me because you're not going to get anything in return. I don't know you and I'm not going to stay with you.
Lisa?
I've gotten tennis necklaces. I've gotten little puppies and dogs, and I've gotten money.
It's the beauty. The
stacks of money that's like, and I'm like, what you want me to do with this? You know what I mean? Or what are you thinking I'm going to do for this? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. I've had women and men just cry when they meet me, and I thought, wait a minute, I know that happens when you meet Michael Jackson,
right,
and Prince, you know what I mean, but not me, you know what I mean. But it was pleasant to find out that I have just as many women fans as I do men. You would think, being a sex symbol coming from Players Club, that the men is going to automatically come, but women kind of identify with me, and I love it.
I think it's an empowerment thing, you know, like a lot of women see you and they see a beautiful woman. And I think, you know, women that are confident can acknowledge another beautiful woman in the room, and it's like, you go, girl.
And that's what I felt about when I saw you guys here. I said, no, seriously, when you all flipped it on and the voice came on and the professionalism, and I just was stuck for a minute. I said, look at them.
Well, thank you.
We have to say that you have such a light, you know, wonderful energy when you're coming in. You're stunning, of course.
Inside and out.
You know,
inside and out.
But we have celebrities come in, you know, that are not as big as you, and you know, it's just like this almost.
You
like
say it. I ain't gonna say it. They gonna come back and get me.
Factor. But you're. I mean, you just have. You can see it in your eyes that you're real, and you bring this new energy. Do you feel
it's
like
a Chicago thing?
It is.
Exactly. That's my follow-up.
Thing.
You being in Chicago, do people who meet you on the street and get so excited to see you?
And I do
the same
too.
Way?
I do too. When I go to all of my neighborhood things, I went to Goose Island when I was here in July, and when I came through the door, he said, Lisaraye, you still on the wall? You still on the wall? And I said, I better be.
And you didn't come here with the entourage, because we have a lot of celebrities that when they show up, they're showing up with 50 people.
No.
So that says a lot about you too.
That's too much slicing of the pie. You just
it is giving all the money away. Okay, final question from me, Lisaraye.
Okay.
If you had to pick if a man came into your life, right, and you're like, when a man comes into your life, because you're not picking them, they're picking you, right? You're gonna impart. You want to pick them, or you want to be both?
Both.
Okay, understood.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
What do they have to have? What is like top on the list?
I need him to be God-fearing, because I need him to be strong and be a leader. And I need him to feel like he's on a journey in which is going to be a spiritual journey. So that you rule and run the house that way. Then I need you to be successful as well, because I am. And I want more. I want abundance. And so I need you to want that too, so we can grow together and have that much more. And then I want you to be fun. You know what I mean? We're at a certain age where I don't have the responsibilities that I used to. I've done well for myself, so I'm a little freer now than I was before. I think different, and I am ready to ride the back of somebody.
I like that.
I like that.
Literally.
That's what I said.
Literally. Okay. Yeah, literally.
I'm
And
really
you know how
wrathful
many
and tickled.
times we've had someone say, like, you know, almost like a
Manifest.
manifestation.
Yeah, we've had a
into
lot of
this
people do
camera,
that here.
and it comes true.
Really?
Yeah, we have.
So whenever you're ready, honey.
Right there. Wait, which camera? Right here, 10.
Yeah,
that's your
number
camera.
10.
There it is, right there.
Come on through.
Yeah, it's
Feel the
gonna come
vibes. Feel the vibes. There you go. Hello.
I love
Now
it.
everyone's going to be lining up out of the Fox 32
Yeah, you gotta hurry up and get out of here now.
Oh no, I'm staying. I'm staying all the way to lunch. No.
They're going to be outside. Okay, so Family Business, the new season premieres on October 23rd on BET. Lisaraye, it has been such a pleasure being with you.
Thank you so much.
We're so
really
honored
has
to
been.
have you
Thank
here.
you.
All right.
Absolutely.
We have much more right here on Chicago Now, right after this break.